Well, it's a beautiful spring day today, and I thought I'd just come out here to show you the belly bands that I made. Now, I did a couple in my altered book, and a lot of people wanted to know how they were done. So this is what we're going to do today. Alrighty, this is really easy to make these belly bands like this. All it is book page and just a few little scraps. So you just need your glue. I love to edge everything in Stabilo or water-soluble crayon, and just some little bits of ephemera to stick on there. So I like to use these sort of thicker book pages, and this book is awesome because pretty much every page has got, you know, like something right down the side of it, which I really like. Oh, that's sort of perfect. These things, because that's what's on here. It's a page with a building on it. Okay, so I had some other pages that I wanted to use, but I think I'm going to get these ones out. So I'm just going to take, oh, that's good there. That's the middle of the signature, so it's just going to pull out nice and easy. So there's no measuring with this. So I sort of think it's if you get a book about this size, you pretty much got all your bases covered. So here's, well, as I said, this is one that I made before, and I've got one here in my altered book, so it's another one I made. Alrighty, so the first thing to do is to fold the paper. Okay, so I'm going to use this one. This is how I made that nice and thick the way it is. So I want my belly band to be about that wide. Just a matter of folding that down, and then you're left with that lovely black and white image. And I'm having a lot of attraction to these black and white book images at the moment. I really like them. Just going to glue that together with a bit of Mod Podge. This paper's fairly sturdy. It's almost like a thin cardstock actually. Okay, so we're going to glue that there. Then that one over here, like so. Let's do the other one. I'll make this one just a little bit wider. So it's going to end up 3 thicknesses of the paper itself, plus whatever you glue on to decorate it. So if you don't like using Mod Podge, you can use matte medium, or you can use any sort of glue really. Glue stick might be okay. I don't trust glue stick for this sort of stuff though. I prefer something like PVA glue, Mod Podge, matte medium. But Mod Podge is what I'm using. Okay. Now if you wanted to, you can stitch around them. I'm not going to on these ones. So they're going to be nice and long. And if you don't want them that long, you just chop off the bit you don't want. I've got my bowl of delights here. I'm going to find some things in there to glue onto these belly bands. I've got a few things here that I can use on this. Okay, so I've just arranged a little bit of collage on that. I'll do this one now. Okay, I can let that dry, and then I'm going to do some stamping, and then I'm going to edge them. Okay, so I've just knocked up another one while that one were there. These other ones were drying, and all I've done on this one is a little bit of stamping and sewn around the edge of it. And I've got some of these Tim Hoots and Tim Holtz photo booth photos. So I'm going to put one of them on here because I've got a man in a sailor suit here. Pop him on there somewhere so I can trim him out nice and straight. And you can make these suit any theme just by using a different book page and adding different things onto it. So really fun to work with, using up the books, the book pages. So that's just distress ink in a vintage photo, which is what I put around the edge as well. So I'm going to use some tacky glue to put him on. Squeezing out that excess glue under there. Nice and flat. Okay, love that. A word would probably look nice on that one. I just don't have any handy with me at the moment. I'm going to pop that aside and grab another page. Now I saw this one and I thought it's not real good because it's got so much black on it, but then I thought, well, what if I use the center of it instead of the edge? So I'm just making do with what I've got. So let's use the white writing on the black page. I think that looks really nice. Because it's all these pages came out of a book of poetry about sailing, an old sailing ship. So I was, seafaring days and all that sort of stuff. So I might be able to find another sailor in amongst my photos. So I'm just using the Mod Podge to stick that all together. This one I think I'll round the corners off. And if you have a We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch board that you never use, it has a fantastic corner rounder on the back of it, and it'll get through really thick stuff. I use it quite often when I think about it. If I've got it out where I can see it, I'll use it. Okay, so we've got that now with the nice white writing on the black background. I'm just going to go look through for another photo to pop in there. Here's this one. This is a bit of shopping bag that's been put through an embossing folder. So I'm just going to run some ink over that to catch the high points. I'm going to cut that down a bit. So using Mod Podge to glue that down with. Tacky glue for the photo, as it's thicker. Okay, so there's another one. Maybe some splashes on that one. I think it's a little bit, needs a little bit of spark. So I'm just going to use my gesso, which has been watered down. This is my spatter gesso. I keep this little container ready to go all the time for when I need to spatter some gesso. So it's probably about 50-50 water and gesso. Might be a little bit thicker than that by the way it's spattering. Not so much a spatter as a plop. Oops. Try a bit more water. Whoops. Of course I put it right on his face. Good one, Lee. Sorry about that, old mate. You pop a little bit of protection. I might put a couple of splatters on that other one. That looks nice. Oh, it looks like water. So ocean splattering. Okay. Okay. Now these ones should be dry enough to work on. So I want to stabilo the edge of these. I'm going to trim off the excess. Stabilo woody. Probably off screen then, I think. Out of frame. Sorry if I was. Adding a little bit of moisture to the stabilo to get it to bloom. It's that nice edge. So I feel like that needs a little pop of colour of some sort. A little bit of book page. A bit down here too. I think that's nice. Just brighten it up that little bit. Try not to put my fingers in the gesso. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to make this nice and bright, this one. Rightio, so I've got a page. I'm going to look for a page that doesn't have a lot of the diagrams on it. Oh, here's a nice one. Sometimes I've picked the page for one page for what's on one side and then turned it over and found something better. It's a bit spooky. That's Halloweeny. Anyway, this one will do. Have to do some things for Halloween. Actually, where is that one? No. Stick to the plan, Stan. I was going to do a brightly coloured one, so gone off like, don't know. Easily distracted. Squirrel. Okay, so pull it together. This one I'm going to stick just some patches of bright coloured paper on. Basically I'm going to colour it in with the paper. Don't mind if I get a bit of writing in there, that's fine. It's a little bit more interest. Okay. Just going to cover the front of this in Mod Podge. Yeah, obviously if your book is shorter, you don't want to use these long pages. Okay, so I need to let that dry, but while it's still wet I can go around it with the Stabilo. put that on there. So I'm going to glue it with Mod Podge because it's not thick, this one. Okay, and I'm going to just outline these bits that are stuck on here, the heart and the lady. This is to below. Go around the outside. There's another one. So we've got the different ones here. And you can make them out of any book page, of course. I just chose this because I like the images that are in that book. I think they're really nice. And I've just folded my page in 3 to get these. I'm just going to go around the edge of these hearts with Stabilo to make them stand out a little bit more. A little bit of moisture there to make that bloom. And what you can do too with them, if you want a belly band that's got a bit more room underneath it, is just to fold over the end. So you've got a little bit of more room underneath it. I'm not doing it on these ones. So okay, makes a difference, doesn't it? So I've got that one, got this one, and this one that's got the stitching around it, and I've got the patchwork one, and this one. It's really easy to make, and I'll just go into a little bit more detail about what I was talking about if you wanted to have a bit more room under. So you just fold the way I did before, glue that together, but here I would make a little turn over, and what that will do is hold it up off the paper, off the page, and you'll have a little bit more room underneath it if you wanted to do that. It's a bit like putting a, you know, when you turn the edges of the pockets over. Alrighty, hope that's given you some ideas, and a couple of you had asked me how I made the belly bands for my book. Well, that's how I made them. Really easy. I love this one. Probably because it's got so much spatter on it. Alrighty, see you next time. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment, even if it's just a heart in the comment. And I'll see you for the next video. Hugs and cheers from Australia. Hooroo. Bye for now.